Welcome to Bright Beginnings, a program for educating the parents of young children. This is a 10-modular program and includes information, activities, and resources that will lead to emotionally and physically strong children and families. You will find tools that will help you to raise happy kids and connected families. Some of the things you will learn include what to expect as new parents, how to create a safe environment for early brain development, what it means to have a great attachment relationship with your child, children's best physical development and emotional intelligence, and so much more. For the complete program, it is important to order the handouts available for each module. These are available by emailing bcaresforkids@gmail.com. We hope you find Bright Beginnings to be a rewarding and helpful tool for creating healthy, happy kids and families.
As children grow older, they start to face more serious challenges, such as sexual behavior, underage drinking or drug use, fighting or aggression, and property damage or theft. We may think that only adolescents deal with these issues, but younger children are establishing the foundations for dealing with these upcoming problems. Wise parents start talking with their children early on about alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs.
Kids' values and beliefs are formed in the early years, and parents who share their values and ideas help children to make healthy choices as they grow. Young children are often bombarded with media message about alcohol and drug use. It is portrayed as cool and something that will advance a person emotionally and socially. Parents need to be aware of these messages and be ready to deal with a child's curiosity and questions.
Check out handout number 1 in your workbook. Are you prepared for these scenarios? Discuss them with your adult friends and with family members, and be prepared.
As parents, we know the dangerous drugs out there that could harm our kids. Meth, cocaine, heroin. But it is the more common, dangerous drugs of alcohol, tobacco, and even prescription and household medications that first threaten our kids. These drugs can have dangerous side effects and are often addictive, and the physical and mental effect they may have on children are potentially serious.
Alcohol and tobacco are considered gateway drugs. They act as a gateway for entering into the use of other drugs, including illegal drugs. Research shows that young people commonly experiment with nicotine, found in tobacco and nicotine products, prior to their involvement with other types of drugs.
Awareness of the hazards of nicotine use has not significantly reduced its usage among teens, and there is no doubt that nicotine is a gateway drug. It is virtually impossible to find a young person who smokes but does not use alcohol, according to one study. And because smokers are risk takers, they are probably the most likely to take the next step towards illegal drug use, starting with marijuana. Parents need to be aware of the messages that children receive about smoking and to emphasize the risk involved.
Alcohol is the drug of choice for young people and probably adults as well. It is portrayed in our media everywhere and used everywhere from the sports arenas to weddings to restaurants. It is partnered with success, beauty, sex, love, and children who see these images are not prepared to understand the negative consequences. According to Dr. Laura DeHaan, preschoolers, because of the commercials they see on TV, often think that alcohol helps people have more fun and be better athletes. Parents may feel uncomfortable about talking to their children about drugs and alcohol, or may even believe that their children would never engage in underage drinking. But the more steps we take to help our kids form positive views of themselves and avoid alcohol and drug use, the better.
Check out handout number 2 to see some of the reasons kids give about why they turn to drug use. The Center for Substance Abuse Prevention in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services provides 5 reasons kids give about why they use alcohol and other drugs.
To feel grown up, to fit in and belong, to relax and feel good, to take risks and rebel, to satisfy curiosity.
Let's look more in depth on how parents can address these factors with their kids.
Encourage and develop an environment for kids to talk openly and ask questions about what role drugs and alcohol play in your family and society. Look at handout number 1 for some help with role-playing and possible questions. Understand and examine your own values regarding the use of alcohol and other drugs. Make decisions about the acceptability, frequency, and amount of use of alcohol and other drugs. This will help present a clear message to your kids. If you use alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs around your children, be aware you are sending a strong message to them. They learn through observation and imitation. Think about eliminating your use of such products or being clear about responsible use.
Children want to be grown up, so relaying the message that alcohol and other drugs is for grown-ups sends them this mixed message. It is best not to involve children in any use of alcohol, tobacco, or other drugs. Children may seek use of alcohol and other drugs to fit in with peers or to gain social approval. Here are some tools to fight this.
Start early to help them learn how to deal with frustration and help them with problem solving. Express confidence in your child when he or she is helpful. Your child developing self-confidence is a key factor as they age to feel less of a need to act in negative ways to gain peer approval. Take time to give your child your full attention. Let them know they are too wonderful for drugs and there is no substitute for a strong connection between you and your child. Role model for them how to deal with peer pressure and help them develop responses to negative invitations. Children who know how to build friendships, talk with others, and feel comfortable in social situations are less at risk for negative peer interaction.
Start early to educate children about the joys of healthy living and about positive ways to relieve stress and deal with negative feelings. Help them to take responsibility for their own health and well-being. This is what it means to be a grown-up.
When you see your child unhappy or troubled, respond. Aid them by promoting a balanced life for your kids. If this balance is skewed, it can add stress to your children's life. According to research, spirituality or religious activity has been shown to lead to fewer risky behaviors and higher levels of self-esteem. Handout number 3 will help you to develop further tools in the prevention of adolescent drug abuse.
Children may become involved with alcohol and other drugs to take risks and rebel against rules and expectations. We can help our kids develop decision-making skills. We can provide guidelines or rules to all family members with proper consequences if poor decisions are made. Setting clear expectations and clear follow-through is very important for children. Knowing where your child is, who they are with, and what they are doing will help your kids' behavior, attitude, and choices.
Kids are curious. To help them avoid experimenting with alcohol and drugs, start when they're very young. to understand what dangerous substances are, including household bleach, insecticides, etc. Read warning labels to them and explain to them that not all dangerous things come with warning labels, and that prescription drugs are only for those they are prescribed for and can be harmful to anyone else. Discuss the fantasy of alcohol and drug use in films and television and the reality of substance abuse, violence, and making bad decisions in real life.
Let your kids know about the harm that alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs can do to the people you love and care for. Raise your kids to grow up drug-free and able to make the responsible choices that are critical to the future for all of us.